I'm taking a strap. I'm strapped up.
What's happening? What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 199 of SZN Podcast. I'm your boy Kam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And as always, guys, you know the drill by now. My usual housekeeping message, please head over to SZN Podcast or SZN Pod. Those are Twitter and Instagram pages. And I'll take it to where we're situated at streaming-wise. So if you prefer audio, you've got the Spotify links there. And if you like the video, then we've also got the YouTube links there as well. So make sure you guys do that for us, guys. Much appreciated. Flowz, how have you been? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. How are you?
Yeah, man, I'm good. We don't have a fight to review from the weekend. Straight in. Yeah, we don't. You're laughing because we do, but we don't. So I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah.
So Flowz, what I want to do is I want to get straight into the previews because there's quite a few previews for this upcoming week. Why are you laughing, Flowz? am I lying?
This is too funny. Anyway, yeah, carry on.
Yeah, am I lying? Because there's no way in hell we're gonna review Adrian Broner losing to Blair Cobb. No way in hell. Hold that, Broner. You know he got his tooth knocked out as well, Flowz.
Damn.
Yeah,
Damn.
that knockdown, he got his tooth knocked out. Anyways, Broner, retire. Hang it up. Just retire.
Oh man. Anyway,
Blair Cobb. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, let's refocus. Let's refocus. Flowz, there are some cracking fights coming up this week. Like legit cracking fights. Where do you want to start, Flowz? Because we can go. You know, there's a myriad of options we can go with. Where do you fancy starting?
let's switch up. Let's go over to the States, man. Let's start abroad.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
let's switch up.
should we go straight to the big one?
Yeah, let's start with that one, man.
Tank, the return of Tank Flowz, Frank Martin. On paper, cracking fight. Yeah, man, it's good to see Tank back. Obviously, this is his first fight post 40-day jail term, I'm sure, right, Flowz? He was in jail for a couple of days, 40 days, I think it was, due to violating his probation for the hit and run. So this is his first fight since he's come back, I think. There's no Tank's always in some sort of trouble or whatnot, but yeah, man. Obviously, Flowz, we've been very vocal, not just us, but just fans in general now, have been very vocal about seeing Tank against someone that we deem credible. And by I say credible, Flowz, it's really 3 or 4 names, to be honest. Let's be real. It's Teofimo Lopez, it's Shakur Stevenson, it's Devin Haney. I think those are the guys that we want to see Tank fight, really and truly. Those are the 3 or 4 names that have been in rotation for a while. And we've said on this pod many times, Flowz, that it's not going to happen anytime soon anyways. So if you're a Tank fan, just get used to the fact that he's going to fight a bunch of Latino fighters and whatnot. So I think it's a nice switch up, Flowz, to see him fighting a Frank Martin, Flowz, who's obviously not a Latino fighter, first and foremost, but also a guy that is, you can say, is maybe not in his prime, but isn't washed or anything like that, right, Flowz?
Yeah.
Credible opponent, contender himself, young up-and-comer, hungry lion, as they like to say, undefeated as well, Flowz. So I agree there, right, Flowz? It's a nice switch up. And I like the fight on paper, Flowz, because I like Frank Martin. I rate him. We've given his flowers on this pod before, right, Flowz? You know, he's someone that is, we've rated as an up-and-coming contender. So I'm actually very happy for Frank Martin in getting this fight. Obviously, I know it's going to be his highest payday by far, and he gets the chance to really showcase his skills on the grand stage. That being said, Flowz, as much as I do rate Frank Martin, Flowz, I can't hide the fact that in my gut feeling, I think this is too soon for Frank, Flowz, if I'm honest. I don't think he's quite ready for a Tank just yet. So, as much as I rate him, Flowz, I do think he's going to lose this fight because Frank is just further ahead in his development compared to Tank is just further ahead in his development. But I'm not mad at the fight overall. It's good to see Tank fight someone that is young and hungry as well, which is what he used to be. So, yeah, I look forward to that aspect of it. What are your thoughts on the fight, Flowz?
Yeah, I think it's a good fight. We like Frank. He's up and coming. He showed great potential. My worry is experience. He's still very much. I won't want to say rookie because he's worked his way up the rankings. He's up there.
Contender.
He's right up there. The reason why he's getting this fight is because he's up there in the rankings. So he's earned his shot, but experience, preparation, he hasn't faced the level of competition required to go in there and warrant it being a 50-50. Let me say, because it's not 50-50. Maybe it could have been a few years down the line. Maybe it could be a few years down the line. But right now, he just hasn't faced the level of opposition, shown us his full potential. And yeah, he doesn't have the same experience that Tank does. It's hard to say if this is closer than a Ryan Garcia at the time, because Ryan Garcia's faced better level of opposition than Frank Martin has.
Facts.
But once again, you're only as good as your opposition. And he has a real chance to show us how good he is.
Yes.
Against the Tank.
I like he said that, Flowz, because yes, we can analyze and say, yes, he might be too soon for him and whatnot and this and that. And Frank, I'm sure, has heard that himself and he knows that himself. But obviously, if he truly believes in his ability, we've always said, Flowz, the cream always rises to the top. He can showcase how good he is to the masses. And he can showcase that he can hang at this level and potentially win. So, yeah, man, it's even though I have Frank losing, it's not far-fetched enough, Flowz. We've seen it many times in boxing where we've thought maybe fights have come too soon for guys, and they show that no, it hasn't come too soon. I am this level, and I just need the opportunity to showcase my skills. Well, that's all I need, just that opportunity, Flowz. So perhaps we're gonna get that. Who knows? I doubt it, but at the same time, I want him to show that he at least can hang and he doesn't get blown out. Which the tricky thing for me here, Flowz, is the fact that if I look at Frank Martin's ability and his skills, right? Very strong, very, very athletic, good speed, good power. But Tank has that at a greater capacity. I think Tank is faster. I think Tank is more power. You know what I mean? Like, Frank Martin does the good things well. The good stuff well. So, like, the speed and power he has at a good level. Tank has it at a greater level, Flowz. And that's where he's at a disadvantage here. Obviously, yes, he will have the size over Tank because everyone's bigger than Tank. We know that Tank is about 5'5". And yeah, Frank Martin's probably stronger than him. But when it comes to skills, Frank Martin is skilled, but I just think Tank is more skilled. Frank Martin is fast. I think Tank is faster. Frank Martin is powerful. I think Tank is more powerful. So he has a lot of things going against him, Flowz, which makes it a bit tough for him for me to even consider a scenario where Frank Martin wins this fight. And again, I'd love for him to prove me wrong, but I just think Tank has the tools, more tools available to him to deal with Frank Martin. So that's why it's hard for me to look past Tank on this fight, Flowz. I'll be so real. That being said, I still think it's a good fight on paper. I'm not rubbish in the fight. And I hope it's competitive. And I hope Frank showcases his skills and doesn't get blown out of there. That's what I really hope. Because like I said, I want Frank to do well.
Yeah, I can't give Tank too much credit for this fight, even though it's against his usual Latino fighter. He's fighting someone who's too green, really. It's too green.
Yeah.
It's not he's not unifying. He's not fighting someone we've called him to fight. He's probably catching Frank Martin at a good time. Best time, probably.
Yeah.
I would like to see Frank Martin, because Frank Martin's beating decent up-and-coming fighters, but he's not beating anyone who's established.
Yeah, he hasn't.
Tank's, like I always say this, Tank's such an intelligent fighter. You won't even think it, but in that ring, he's very super intelligent.
Yeah.
Like he is, like that's one of the things he's best at, setting traps, counter punching, figuring things out, work, playing chess in there. He's very good at it. But sometimes he can be very silly if he wants to. When he don't rate you, he can.
When he's not focused, he takes the piss.
He can mess around. But in there, he can be a genius. And I've been critical of him in the past where he chooses not to be. And I think he'll take this seriously. I think, damn, he might even get Frank out of there.
Ooh, Flowz. Ooh. I mean, it fits. I mean, it's very fitting for Tank, right? He tends to get his opponents, all but two of his opponents out of there. So I always laugh at the Ryan Garcia fight, Flowz. You know how we said that, Ryan, you get greedy, you're going to walk into something mean. That second round, Ryan started letting his hands go. Boom. Walked to that counter punch. As you said, Tank is an expert at setting traps, Flowz. That's his bread and butter. He's very good at doing that. Rolly Romero got greedy. Walked to something mean. So
Santa Cruz. Greedy.
Same thing. Greedy. Santa Cruz was... So
greedy.
Now you could say maybe Tank. I mean, Frank has a slight advantage in the sense that obviously he knows Tank based on the fact that they sparred together. A lot was made of the sparring that they had. Typical sparring stories. One side said something, the other side said something different. Usual sparring stories, but so yeah, I don't know. You might say that okay, Frank might not get greedy, but who knows, Flowz? In a heat of battle, anything goes. Look what happened with Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
They might know each other the best, and Devin Haney still walks to that left hand. So you never know what could happen. But one thing is guaranteed for sure, Flowz. Tank is an expert at setting traps, like you said. And unfortunately, I do think he's going to set some kind of traps for Frank that Frank is probably going to walk into, Flowz. I hate to see it. Sad, but yeah. I've got, you know what? I think Tank late stoppage, Late stoppage.
Look, regardless, I think Frank Mark can come again because he stepped up.
I hope.
Big time.
And what I like about Frank? I like the Ryan Garcias and whatnot who are a bit, all over the place. From day one, I could tell Frank is serious about this, Flowz, about this sport. Doesn't really play the Twitter games, doesn't really do the back and forth too much, Flowz. He keeps himself to himself, trains hard. From what I can see, he works super hard. Frank is serious. I think he's very serious about the sport. So, yeah, you're right. I do think if he does, take a loss here, which we expect him to, he can definitely bounce back, man. Definitely.
Yeah. No worries. No matter how, even if he loses bad, loses good, I think he's bouncing back regardless. Just like you say, he's serious about the sport. There's enough of his rivals who are still up and coming. There's enough names he can look. This sport is a funny sport.
Yeah,
one loss doesn't define you.
You're one win away from something big.
Exactly. One win away, and you're right back in the mix. We're moving away from the Mayweather era of everyone protecting their O. And
thank God.
I think people are starting to wake up to the fact that if you take an O, you're not finished. You can definitely bounce back. If you take 2 losses, you're not finished. It's all about getting in there, being active, and mixing it in with the best because you can grab a couple W's and you're right back in there.
Facts. Yeah, man. So what? We're both going for the Tank KO here. Well, it is what it is. Yeah.
Definitely be wrong.
Look, regardless, I think Tank's winning. I think that's for sure. But I just hope to see a good fight for us. I hope to see Tank. I think a lot of people now at the stage where obviously we're seeing a lot of casual fans call out Tank now in terms of we want to see you fight so and so, so and so. A part of me also is just also wanting to see Tank in a competitive fight, Flowz, against an opponent that can give him trouble and can push him. Since we're not going to get the Ryan Garcia, not Ryan Garcia, since we're not going to get the Shakurs and the Devin Haneys, let's let him fight someone that's at least going to give him some trouble. Maybe not trouble, but at least, make him actually think and work hard in there and not play around and then boom, stops him out of nowhere. So I think that's what we're looking to see, Flowz. And I think Frank, hopefully, should be able to offer that. Hopefully. We'll see. We'll see for sure. On the cheap one, I mean, it's a good card, Flowz. The co-main event is David Benavidez versus Gvozdyk, the ex-Ukrainian light heavy champion. That's just come back out of retirement recently. Flowz, what do you make of Benavidez up at light heavy now?
Look, he's huge, so he can operate there. Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, of course, he can operate there, I'm sure. No doubt about that. Because his frame, he's not filled out his frame. He's very, I don't know, his build is funny.
Yeah.
There's not much muscle on him. So, look, he can operate there. I guess I don't know if he can challenge the Russians, but he seems to think so. And look, if he fills out and he gets comfortable, I'm not seeing him on the scales. I'm not seeing any pictures of him, but if he looks like he's filling out,
Yeah.
but I'm sure I'll see some this week.
Mm.
He could be another problem in that division. Be a serious problem.
I reckon so. Yeah.
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 What's your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, I still think, Flowz, that this is obviously still a keepsake or, just a keep me busy fight until Canelo gets available or whatever happens to Canelo, because obviously we know that's the one that we want to see. At this point, Flowz, it almost looks like Canelo's even ducking my man. I don't want to say it, but it kind of looks like it. But obviously, I know that's the fight he really wants, and that's the fight that we've all been clamoring for, Flowz. We said all roads now lead to Benavidez, isn't it? So I was taken aback when this announcement was made initially, Flowz, because it's like, rah, are they just ignore? Obviously, Canelo had the Munguia thing, and Berlanga as well was also mentioned and whatnot, and we don't even know what's whole PBC thing was going on, even though the Munguia fight was on PBC as well technically. So I don't know, Flowz, but yeah, I'm still viewing this as a just keep myself busy and active, testing the waters in another division while still maintaining the hope of a Canelo fight can be made. That's why I'm still keep viewing it as, Flowz. I don't think he's, well, I guess depending on how well he does. Let's say he blitzes Gvozdyk out of there and just looks amazing. Maybe he will stay there and campaign at light heavy for good and go after the winner of Beterbiev, Bivol when they get it on eventually later on this year in October. But I still think Canelo is probably still the forefront of his head. Understandably so as well, Flowz. The Canelo lottery, obviously, that's the marquee fight to make. I still think Benavidez should still push hard for that. I'll be so real, Flowz. Forget with light heavies now. I think see if you can still work on that Canelo fight. Get that over the line if you can. You do your business super middleweight, because don't forget the Canelo fight is still an undisputed fight as well. And then you can move on to light heavy and challenge those big guys. Maybe walk straight into another undisputed fight if possible. But yeah, man, I still think this is just to keep me busy whilst I wait for Canelo to find his balls. Really, that's it. Really, Flowz. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. Look, and the thing is, bro, you know me, I'm pro Canelo, and we've always championed Canelo and whatnot. But at this moment in time, Flowz, it's not looking good for Canelo in the sense that he doesn't seem to want Benavidez, because you should not be fighting a Edgar Berlanga, or no, he hasn't fought Berlanga, but the fact that Berlanga's name is mentioned is poor. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't even think it's gonna happen next after this.
Canelo Benavidez.
Yeah, I think
it doesn't sound like it.
I think we should get out of our heads. I'll be real, bro. I think we should legit.
Wow.
If Benavidez move up to this division,
wow.
And I don't know, why would he move up? I guess because you can't get the Canelo fight, as simple as that. But
I mean, yeah, because Flowz, what else is there super middleweight if not for Canelo? He's been Andrade and Caleb Plant.
Start taking on the guy. Well, you see, the problem is everyone there is chasing Canelo, so no one wants to mix in with each other.
Yeah, man.
So I get it, but it gives Canelo another reason not to fight him, and with His Excellency calling on making Canelo versus Bud Crawford, which no one really, well,
no one wants.
Purists don't want. Yeah. I guess the casual think it's a brilliant fight. Probably is a brilliant fight, but we don't want it. The purist doesn't want it. It's getting in the way of things. But what Turkey wants, Turkey gets, man, it seems.
Yeah, we know.
And maybe we need to put pressure on Turkey to make Canelo Benavidez happen.
Right. No, we should.
That's actually what we should do.
Yeah.
He wants to give the fans what they want. And there was a lot of clamour for Bud v Canelo for some reason. When Bud was in that press tour and they were little words.
It's because Bud was pushing it, that's why.
Yeah, when he was doing his little undisputed press run.
Yeah.
He kept saying. So look, undisputed v undisputed, that's what they're trying to do. But look, for the time being, I don't think it's going to happen this year. Maybe next year. Maybe it still could happen this year, but I doubt it. I've got it out of my head for the time being.
Interesting. Fair. Shame. Because, Benavidez did what you asked of him, Flowz.
He did.
You said, beat the rest of the competition, showed that you deserved a shot, Canelo. He did that.
Definitely.
So, yeah. But how do you see this fight playing out, Flowz? Obviously, Gvozdyk, we know from back in the day, as he was a quality, world-class fighter, former champion at light heavyweight, had that war with Beterbiev and retired after that, basically. Came back out of retirement. 39 now, Flowz. Unfortunately, I feel like the Gvozdyk of old would have posed serious problems. I think he'll probably still be a good fighter, obviously, but Benavidez being, 26 or so, young, fresh, in his prime, I think it'll be too much for him, Flowz. Too much for him, even though he's one stepping up in weight.
Yeah.
We know how Benavidez gets going, and I just think Gvozdyk at 39, he's not going to be the same fighter, Flowz. 100% going to be the same fighter, which is a shame.
I do expect him to have success.
He'll probably be outboxing Flowz early on until Benavidez gets going. And once the engine gets going, long.
Benavidez has a knack of breaking you down with that engine. He loses rounds early on. To me, early on, he hasn't looked impressive.
Yeah.
But he just keeps going, and I don't think Gvozdyk could keep up. I think it would just break him down with the age. I don't know how active he's been. I think you told me when was it last year he fought?
Yeah. But don't forget, it's not about it. It's also the level competition, Flowz. Benavidez is fighting the Andre and the Caleb Plant.
Yeah, it's true.
Top level competition, whereas Gvozdyk not so much. So that's also going to, play a factor, I think.
When was Gvozdyk Beterbiev?
Oh, that was a couple of years ago. Still, let me check. If I can.
That was a while back.
Great fight.
Look, he's only lost to Beterbiev, so it's hard to say. Benavidez is going to walk in there and smoke him, but
no, I don't think he's smoking. Yeah, it's just and
he lost to the best.
Yeah.
So look,
the fight was 2019.
Yeah, a minute ago.
And then he was out for 4 years. Came back in 2023. He had 3 fights last year. Actually, to be fair, Obando, Bolotniks, and Rodriguez.
Bolotniks.
And Bolotniks.
He stopped Bolotniks, though.
Yeah, he stopped. Yeah, he stopped Bolotniks. Yeah.
So he's fought since then. Okay.
Yeah.
Bro, look, I think Benavidez will just get to him. But I don't think it's going to be easy for him. I don't think it's it's going to start easy.
It won't be. I don't think so.
For Benavidez.
Yeah. But we've seen stranger things happen, Flowz, and obviously we know Ukraine boxing right now is on a super high. So hey, them are enjoying right now, isn't it? So
he talks about that golden generation. Who all
he's
do
part,
well.
He's part of it. He's part of it. He was Olympic and everything. He's one of them, man.
He's right in the mix.
Right in the mix. So,
okay, that makes it more interesting. He might be super motivated for this one.
Yeah, for sure. He
could be super motivated. He's not doing this for a cash grab.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Yeah,
we'll see, man. It's interesting fight, Flowz. But yeah, I'm intrigued to see how he takes the light heavyweight. I'm talking about Benavidez here, obviously, and obviously if he does well, he's announced himself maybe as a contender in that division. And I do think he can contend. I do. Obviously, he has a size already, Flowz. So I do definitely think he can contend. So yeah, we should be interesting. We should see. But overall, Flowz, it's a strong card for PBC. I mean, apart from that, we've got Gary Russell versus Puello. Gary Russell's a strong undefeated contender. He's at lightweight. And then you also got Adamez versus Gausha, Flowz. That's for the WBC. Obviously, that's Adamez defending his WBC title against Gausha. So that's also a good fight as well on the card. So strong card from PBC. Probably one of the strongest cards in the world, to be honest. So far they've started quite well in the Amazon thing. So far, long may it continue. Let's just see if they get their fighters active. That's it, really. Okay, Flowz, should we stick with America then? Actually, let's stick with America. Because then we also have something that's worth mentioning as well, Flowz, a matchroom card. This is going to be over in... Actually, no, it's not even... It's in Puerto Rico. But Superior Matias, Flowz, is defending his WC World 140-pound title against Australia's Liam Parra. So Flowz, that's shaping up to be a good main event, Flowz. Pyro's on a bit of a good run right now, isn't it, Flowz? So
Yeah,
and obviously
yeah,
Matthias is, a champion that's also been doing good things. So yeah, man, I actually think this Flowz, this should be a firecracker because the way both of these guys fight, they both love to come forward and they both put pressure. So this potentially could be a barnstormer, right, Flowz?
yeah, definitely. I mean, Pyro pulled up. I guess it was an upset. Was it considered an upset against Montana Love?
Well, against Montana Love. Yeah,
Was
it
that an
was, to be
upset?
honest. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll say it was, yeah.
but Pyro looks good in it. He's very good.
Pyro's looked good. His last couple of fights I've seen him in matching cards, he's looked good.
He didn't
Really
look like
good.
the underdog in that fight against Montana
Yeah,
Love.
man. Yeah, man.
He came to crack, and he will come to crack against Matthias. But Matthias also comes to crack.
Bro.
So it's a very interesting fight. Very interesting
Very.
fight. Because Pyro could do it. From what I saw last time.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, very interesting. It could be a cracker, like you say. Southpaw versus Orthodox. It could,
Yep.
yeah. I like it. I'll definitely tune in for that one, man.
And like Matthias is on a run. His last 5 fights Flowz, the opponent has said no mass.
Now,
As in they've retired in their corner. So
yeah.
he's on a sit. Right now, in fact, he's got a new nickname of No Mas Tias because he's making all these men quit apparently. So yeah, man, I think it's gonna be a cracker and definitely worth tuning into. Yeah. I don't have a winner, to be honest, Flowz. I'll probably lean towards maybe more TS.
Yeah.
But I agree with you, Flowz. Pyro can do it. Pyro can definitely do it. Like he'll be underdog again, but he's like I said, he's on a good tear. He's full of confidence, Flowz. Who knows? We never know.
For sure. And yeah, once again, Australians have been on a good run
Yeah,
in recent
true.
times. So
Yeah, very
he's
very
been
true.
part of that run. So yeah,
Yeah.
let's see.
And Flowz, the final card I want to talk about, Flowz, is the boxer card. Where we have Chris Billam-Smith defending his WBO World Cruiserweight title against Richard Riakporhe out in Selhurst Park, Flowz. Yeah, man. It's an interesting one, Flowz, because obviously we know we've been very vocal about the cruiserweight division, Flowz, and what we think about it. But it is a domestic dust up, so we do have to give it, its props. Billam-Smith obviously had that shock win over Coley, and we knew Riakporhe would be up next. We actually thought, initially we thought it was gonna be a rematch with Coley, but Cody, was doing whatever, and he's moved up to Bridgerweight now. So yeah, we knew then it would be 100% Riakporhe. Flowz, I think Riakporhe is going to do it.
Yeah.
As much as I respect Chris Billam-Smith, Flowz, and someone that credit to him for beating Nicole first and foremost, because we both said he would lose that fight, and he did lose that fight. I mean, he didn't lose that fight. He actually beat Nicole up, to be fair. Dropped him a couple times and whatnot. So, but Riakporhe, I don't think he's going to make the same mistakes as Cody, Flowz, and should use superior size and strength, Flowz, to just wear him down and catch Billam-Smith. And we said before, Chris Billam-Smith is an interesting fighter, Flowz, because he tends to get beat up before he activates. He tends to get into wars and get hit and whatnot before he finally starts to get into his boxing. But with Riakporhe, Flowz, the way Riakporhe hits like a train. I think it's not advised. It's very advised of Chris Billam-Smith to do his usual, get beaten up a little bit before he activates, because Riakporhe will actually put him down, to be honest, Flowz. So that's why I favor Riakporhe. Obviously, it's in Selhurst as well, which is, Riakporhe is supposedly a Crystal Palace fan, isn't it? So it's so I guess it's home team for a minute. So yeah, man, I think that should buoy him on as well, Flowz. Yeah, man, I got Riakporhe doing this. I'll be so real. I got Riakporhe doing this.
Yeah, obviously this is round 2 for them. They fought before.
Yeah.
Riakporhe took it. I believe it was a
Yeah.
close fight last time. I've been critical of Chris, but I'm probably critical of both of these men actually. Because I've seen them struggle, or I've seen them look not too impressive in certain fights. but they both seem to get the job done. That's all.
Yeah.
That's what I think. They always get the job done. And sometimes the fight might not be impressive, but the ending is impressive. That's what these guys seem to show. I do have Riakporhe taking it. I just think he hits a bit harder. I don't think, like you said, I don't think he'll make the same mistakes as Okoli did. I don't think he'll take this for granted. It's for all the marbles. Well, not for this.
It's one piece of the pie.
Yeah, for one piece, one
Yeah.
piece of the pie, I guess.
Yeah.
So he has the motivation there. And yeah, Chris Billam-Smith won't be spurred on by the Bournemouth crowd. He seems to do his best there. So taking him out of that environment obviously should suit Riakporhe. I can't sit here and say it's going to be a good fight. I don't know.
Same.
But I'm hoping. I expect it to be a close fight. I'm just hoping there's a stoppage.
That's I'm so
yeah, I'm hoping for it. Yeah, come on, cruiserweight division. I'm hoping someone goes to sleep.
True.
I don't want to go scorecards and split decision or someone touched the canvas. I need more knockdowns. That's what made the last fight with Okoli entertaining. It was an ugly fight, but the knockdowns were killing me. So I need knockdowns and stoppages here.
Oh, yeah, it's true. It's true. Okay, so we've got Riakporhe taken then possibly by KO then, for us to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, the last fight, the first fight between them was super close. And it wasn't that great to be honest, but I just remember it being mad close. So yeah. Hopefully, I expect this one will be a bit better Flowz. I think they've both come some way since that first fight between them. They've showed small improvements, I guess so. I think it'll be a bit better compared to that first fight for sure. But yeah, potentially we're seeing Riakporhe champion, I think. But if Benavidez proves me wrong again, credit to him. But I think we both can agree, Flowz, that hopefully, I think the winner should be able to go and face Jai Opetaia maybe in the unification. I think Opetaia call for that anyways. Yeah, I mean, I like Opetaia to come true and, do his thing and just, rinse both of these, man.
They know that work. Whoever wins might as well move up.
especially Riakporhe, because I still need Riakporhe and Cody. That's all I care about. I can't lie.
Yeah.
That's all I care about.
If Riakporhe wins, move up, bro.
I still need to see Riakporhe and Cody. They're prize fighters. I need to see them in the ring. Not on red carpets.
Yeah, I'd rather see that than...
Bro, I can't lie. I'd rather see a Cody Riakporhe versus Billam-Smith Riakporhe. I don't care about Billam-Smith Riakporhe. I'll be so real.
Yeah. And I don't want to see these man fight Gilberto Zerdo Ramirez or...
Nah, man. CBA.
Yeah. They'll lose as well. I'll be real.
Yeah, I'll be... Zerdo look good.
Yeah. They might just lose, so...
Yeah.
Anyway, it should... hopefully, it's a good fight.
Yeah.
Hope for a good clash.
Yeah. Undercard as well, Flowz. Chamberlain, obviously, keeping with the domestic sort of cruiserweight scene. He's facing Jack Massey for the vacant European and Commonwealth cruiserweight belts. Of course, any boxer card you're going to see Ben Whitaker. He's facing Aaron Yeager. I don't know if you saw. You see the when he sort of crashed the press conference and called him out. Which was so clearly scripted, but yeah. He's facing that guy anyways. So I know that sort of scripted piece of, promo got tongues wagging. So yeah, I know people tune into that. Dan Aziz is also on the card as well, Flowz.
Okay.
I can't really see an opponent name for him right now, but he's due to be on the card as well. So yeah, it's actually a good card to be honest, Flowz. Good boxer card. So good Saturday night's work. If you ain't got anything doing on the Saturday night. That's a good card to tune into. So yeah, I look forward to watching that for sure.
Definitely.
But yeah, Flowz, that's it really, Flowz. That's all the previews that we got for this week. Before we sign out, is there anything you sort of want to bring up in terms of the boxing news? Again, Broner lost to Black Ops, but yeah.
Anything that happened in boxing this week? Not I can think of.
Yeah, nothing really, to be honest. Nothing really. Usyk was talking about how he might move back down to cruiserweight if he beats Fury in the rematch. Saw that.
Yeah.
Didn't pay much attention to that really, but yeah.
Yeah. Few fight announcements.
Yeah.
I think that card got finalized. Oh, someone pulled out?
Which card?
Tim Tszyu versus
Oh yeah.
Virgil Ortiz has been postponed because
Yeah.
Tim Tszyu's injured.
Injured, yeah.
But yeah, nothing immediate. I don't think there's been
Yeah.
any immediate news. So
Yeah. Fair enough, Flowz. We can leave it there then, I guess. This has been episode 199 of the SZN Podcast. Once again, I'm your boy Cam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And as always, guys, you know where to find us. Peace.
You take it a strap. I'm strapped up.
What's happening? What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.